water buffalo. So it is based on Vietnamese calendar, which usually roughly a month slower than normal calendar. So the normal calendar you use here in Vietnam, we use another calendar that's usually like a month slower than the current calendar that we're using. So we use two type of calendar. So before that week, families often clean out their house, throwing away things that are old or broken, and tidies pretty much everything to avoid bringing the previous year's bad lucks to the next year. So for 2020, my parents haven't been ready for that yet, but they already told me that um, before the week before that, they're gonna clean the clean the house really clean, really thoroughly, because 2020's been quite a rough year for everybody. So we do not want that for the next year. Furthermore, on Dead Eve, or what we like to call Đêm Giao Thừa, people will go out to see fireworks, which always, and I mean always, shoots at midnight. And after that, we will get back to home usually, and the person with a matching Vietnamese zodiac of that year, will be the first one to step inside the house, and we call it Song Dat, indicating a good year for the whole household. So this year is next year is gonna be the water buffalo, and I think my little brother, his year is a goat. So uh, if according to my dad, what my dad said, it's gonna be a good year for him specifically, if he's the one that stepped inside the house first. So, and during the next 3 days of that, people visit their families and friends. They exchange lucky money to each other. And traditional dress to wear in that holiday is áo dài. I haven't wear áo dài for a long time, and it's really comfortable as well. The traditional food in that is sticky rice cake, which is called bánh chưng. Uh, I have been studying abroad for 3 years, and I haven't been able to eat sticky rice cake for a while, precisely for 3 years. So it's been pretty rough. But every time my dad always make a sticky rice cake by himself, and he always make like a huge batch. It has like 20 to 30 cakes, and he always take the picture and show it to me, so I won't miss home that much. So the animal of that is Lun, which is a tiger-ish costume that people wear and dance around. Sometimes dragon as well. So this is the Vietnamese traditional áo dài. So here's the woman version and the male version. The male version is usually a little bit shorter than the woman version. And oh, also in weddings and stuff like that, we also wear áo dài as well. Not for the male. The males wear a suit. The woman or the wife wear áo dài. So those are bánh chưng. Bánh chưng is as I said, a traditional dish in Vietnam for dead holidays, and it's roughly, um, I'll say, 5 to 6 inches big. So it's a perfect square. There's like 5 inches. And here are the lun. This animal represents luckiness and wealthy. And yeah, the lens is here as well. Here are some of the pictures that show how people shopping for dead holidays. So these are the lunch again, and oh yeah, and also The lucky monies is a thing where adults would put new pieces of cash money and put it in a this kind of bag right here that says dead, as you can see, and give it to the children or young adults and wish them a to indicate a good year is coming. And yeah, and here's the dragons. And yes, this here it is. That's the picture of a girl receiving lucky money from her grandma. Oh yeah, switch to the food. Vietnamese cuisine features a combination of five fundamental tastes in overall meals. Common ingredients including shrimp paste, fish sauce, bean sauce, rice, and we do eat a lot of rice, fresh herbs, fruits, and vegetable. French cuisine also had a major influence due to the French colonization of Vietnam. That's why most of the Vietnamese food in Vietnam is one of the most popular street food in Vietnam is bánh mì. It's sort of a short baguette, like this big. With is inside it has marinated meat, either pork or beef, and with the radish, pickled carrots, and herbs like cilantro and stuff like that. And it is really tasty. Traditional Vietnamese cooking is greatly admired for its fresh ingredients, minimal use of dairy and oil, a complementary texture, and reliance on herbs and a lot of vegetables. Another unique attribute to Vietnamese cuisine is that we use every part of the animal, such as the pho dish, which is beef noodle soup. So how it works is that when taking different parts of the cows out, the bones we use it to marinate. What we boiled the bones, and then until all the good stuff comes out, the sweetness of the meat, and the sweetness of the bone and stuff like that. And after that, we use the beef to cut it off and put it on the pho. Also with rice noodles and more herbs. Everywhere you go on the street, there will always be some kind of food vendors that cost somewhere around 50 cents to at most $2. Some can cost a little bit more than that, but that is only in the big cities, such as Ho Chi Minh City earlier. Also, in a typical meal in Vietnamese household, rice is an essential piece that we eat pretty much every meal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And in every meal, there will be at least three dishes: a meat dish, a vegetable dish, and some kind of soup, like either animal soup, which is obviously from the bones, as I mentioned before, or some vegetable soup. And here's some of the food. That is the dish pho that I was talking about, and this is bánh mì. And there's some a little bit of food vendors. Usually that sells like crab soup and stuff like that. It's at most few like 25 cents at most, and those are as well. And that's the pho vendor. It might look not advertising, but trust me, it is very appetizing. It tastes very good. And here's some of the traditional, like typical dinner in a Vietnamese household, and that too as well. And thank you so much for listening. And I wish you all a happy Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Goodbye.